All right, guys, what's going on this Saturday morning? The Iceman here, the man with the plan. We try to give you rumors, news. Whatever is thrown out there. A lot of times these dirt sheets will say a lot of things that obviously don't come true, but they put them out there, and it just makes you wonder whether or not they will come true. One thing I want to talk about real quickly is, we've seen a lot of articles about CM Punk and how he's happy to be retired and whatnot. And the only thing I have to say about this is, if CM Punk's retired, good for him. I'm happy for him. But why is it all of a sudden all these articles about CM Punk are coming out right before Payback, and Payback being in Chicago? So that just leaves one to wonder, what if? You never know. I mean, chances are he won't come back, but it, it just makes you wonder. I mean, but anyway, Payback tomorrow. It's Payback, like any other WWE pay-per-view, um, is really like a over glorified Raw. Um, I think with the roster today, it's really tough to put on, a pay-per-view that is like from top to bottom lined up with so many stars. The one thing that I do get upset over is their pre-show match. They'll have a match on there that, like this one, El Torito and Hornswoggle. Why not have a Ziggler on there? Why not have an Alberto Del Rio on there? Or any other of the mid carders that are, you know, trying to pave their way. Uh, because it just seems like the pay per views are laced with the same old people all the time. I mean, and obviously we're seeing a lot more of Triple H. Triple H has come out and stated recently that for SummerSlam, he basically has handpicked Roman Reigns to be his next opponent. Now, uh, a lot of people are going to say, well, what's the outcome going to be in this match? I'd give a lot of credit to Triple H if he lost this match to really put over Roman Reigns, but Triple H is not going to come back to keep putting over people. I mean, he put over Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Um, he's not going to constantly lose because this would just devalue him as a star in the ring. So, one has to wonder. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the Shield and Evolution tomorrow at Payback. I think it still could be up in the air. They may, who knows if they're going to finish it off at Money in the Bank or not. One has to wonder there. But and there's a lot of other tidbits of information going out. Um, TNA's ratings went up a little slightly on Thursday night, but not enough. So, and they're having trouble selling tickets in the Manhattan Ballroom. And this is New York City. This is not TNA territory. And I give them credit to go up there and try to make a name for themselves. But Ring of Honor does very well there. Uh, Obviously the WWE, but I think TNA just sort of like stepped out of bounds coming to New York City. But that's just my opinion. Um, Not much more going on. I'm just been checking out news and information about Ring of Honor and Global Force Wrestling, and just reading that Ric Flair has been wrestling in Japan. Supposedly he's going to be back on WWE TV. I personally think that's a mistake. Uh, I know there's a lot of Ric Flair fans out there that still, are, big time Ric Flair fans. I used to be, but I think the last 20 years of Ric Flair, he's really done something to his legacy. But um, rumors about Bray Wyatt facing Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam could be a very interesting match. Uh, so I sort of wonder, after John Cena and Daniel Bryan are all said and done with, who's John Cena's next opponent going to be? Uh, right now, I really have no idea. I did hear rumors that it could be Big E Langston going towards a heel turn. I don't know. It's one of these feuds I don't think would really be interesting to anybody at all. But then again, um, the WWE is pretty much limited with their their matchups because the roster is so relatively thin as far as people that are really seen on TV. And that's why I think the WWE really needs to get together and start pushing up these mid-carder guys. I mean, you bring in a guy like Adam Rose and the Rosebuds. I mean, I honestly don't think that gimmick's going to go a long way. Of course, he's going to have some followers, but to me, it's like the Fandango gimmick with the dancing. Fandango is a very good wrestler, and I think he needs to get away from having a female come out with him and just get down to business in the ring and really, showcase what he really has because he is a very talented wrestler. And we really haven't seen all that from him because, you know, 80% of the time when he comes out, it's all about dancing. And maybe the other 20% is like actually having a match within the ring. So if they can get away from that and actually get down to actual wrestling with Fandango, I think that would be better off for his character. Um, but yeah, so uh, I'm looking forward to Payback tomorrow. There are some good matches on the card. You know, we have Sheamus defending the U.S. title. I think that's going to be a pretty good match going up against Cesaro. And we have Bad News Barrett, the Intercontinental title holder, going up against RVD. I think this match to me is pretty predictable, but because Bad News Barrett is, RVD doesn't need to win. So, we got Bad News Barrett who, you know, obviously should come out on top. If RVD came out on top, I'd be totally surprised. And then we have Paige going up against Alicia Fox. I know the WWE has been pushing Alicia Fox, and I think they may continue to push her, but I don't see Paige going down at Payback. I think it's too soon. Although lately the WWE's made her a little bit weak, especially when it comes to Alicia Fox. So I don't know where they're headed with that story. But and other people were wondering as well. If CM Punk stays retired, will AJ Lee come back? I mean, I know they're getting married uh, this coming month in June. This today being the last day of May. Um, so you figure, if she gets married and she comes back to the ring. I mean, then they're apart. So it just sort of makes me wonder um, if she does come back. You know, could possibly CM Punk come back. I mean, all you're hearing about is how he's retired, he's happy, he's doing this, he's doing that, and the timing is just too coincidental for me. Um, I think if CM Punk showed up at the pay-per-view tomorrow, I mean, it would blow the roof off of the arena in Chicago. I mean, I think that would be something totally awesome. But if you talk to a lot of people, they're like 99% sure that he's not gonna be there. And be that as it may, he probably won't be. Um, but so anyway, to close this video out, Miami Heat won last night, so now they're awaiting the deciding game between the Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder to go to the NBA Finals. Will Miami three-peat? And the Blackhawks and the Kings are down to the wire to their seventh game. And the Rangers in New York are waiting to see who they're going to face in the Stanley Cup Finals. And real quick, Red Sox won 5 in a row in the 10th with a fourth inning bench clearing brawl after David Ortiz was hit by a pitch. And then Workman got thrown out, obviously, for throwing at Evan Longoria. I mean, that's usually the case. Once you get the warning, you throw at somebody, you're gone. And he actually threw behind Longoria. But anyway, so the world of wrestling is sort of like a little bit of in limbo. But tomorrow, again, should be a pretty good, halfway decent pay-per-view. And a lot of people talking about WWE losing a lot of money. They're going to bounce back. I mean, I don't know whether Vince is going to come back to TV. I wish he would. I think he needs to. I think if he does, the ratings would really soar because ratings have dropped. I think they were the lowest this past Monday since 2012 New Year's Eve. So, you just have to wait and see. So, all right, guys, peace out. Have yourself a great Saturday, and we'll see you next time. This is the Iceman.